morning and welcome once again to a Monday morning message. Certainly wanted to say that this is going to be a great week. I do believe. I'm going to confess it already. Progress reports go out on this upcoming Wednesday. Again, progress reports need to be handed and signed for each student this upcoming Wednesday. Also, if you would, when students do in fact sign for their progress report, I need a copy in my office, if you will, or you can scan it and just simply email it to me. But I need a copy to show and indicate that, in fact, we have issued progress reports to our students. In addition to that, also I want to call to your attention that if a student is failing your class or is in jeopardy of failing your class at this point, certainly you want to do your due diligence and contact Ms. Gallimore, who is covering RTI strategies, also pulling students and trying to do everything in her power, in addition to Ms. Belair, to get our students back on the right track. Certainly our goal is to try to educate the kids every single day to the best of our abilities, and we know that there are things that come in the way, and we want to make sure that if there are things that we can control on our end and things that we can do to help assist students so they can in fact be successful in your classroom, then we want to do just that. Also, tomorrow, our basketball team has made it to the regional finals, and certainly we're very proud of them and the work that they have done in addition to the coaching staff. We are going to allow students to check out if they want to drive tomorrow at noon. And again, they will have to have paperwork, documentation, and we will send that list to you. We're not going to be able to take fan buses, certainly because of the time. The game is at 2:30. And certainly we don't want to interrupt our bus travel with students in the afternoon. So that being said, we are going to allow students to drive, the ones who in fact do have the proper documentation and permission from their parents. That being said, please allow those students to make up any work that has been missed. Also, 11th grade teachers, certainly we want to be doing any and everything that we possibly can in an effort to prepare our students for the ACT that's just right around the corner. Also, this Wednesday during advisory, we are going to pass out the 11th grade mock ACT data that came back. So those students will have an opportunity to look at what they've done on the mock ACT and to begin to work in those areas of deficits over the balance of the next 3 or 4 weeks as they prepare for the actual ACT. And folks, this is a great opportunity for us to move the needle, if you will, with our student achievement on the A through F report card. This is the final piece of the puzzle. And so it's critically imperative that we work as diligently as we possibly can in an effort to make sure that those students, our students, are ready for this assessment, because I do believe, and I'm going to go ahead and claim it, that we are ready to move the needle to a B school. And the only way that's going to happen is if all of our teachers are pulling together in an effort to make sure and ensure that our students are achieving of course, our academic measures and, more importantly, standards. Moving forward, we know that course elections is something that certainly has hit us fairly quickly. Of course, transitioning from iNow to PowerSchool, that the master schedule has to be built, and all students have to have certainly a schedule for next year by May 1st. Certainly, that's not an easy undertaking. There's going to be a lot of heavy lifting along the way. And so administration, in addition to counselors, are going to be working feverishly in an effort to meet these deadlines and pulling students out of your classes in the coming weeks in an effort to make sure that they have exactly the courses that they need, not only for graduation, but also for college, clearinghouse, if you're an athlete, etc. So that certainly is going to be again, a tremendous undertaking, and we're going to need all of the support and cooperation as we do that from our teachers. I also want to touch real briefly, been in and out of classrooms the last week and saw a number of students on cell phones. Teachers, it's going to be important that you do not sit behind your desk as you deliver instruction, or if kids or your students are working on independent practice, that it's important that you're up, you're moving around, you're facilitating, and you're keeping your eyes on your class. Also, students are writing graffiti and vandalizing desktops. Folks, you got to be able to put your eyes on your classroom. This is your house, just like This office is my house. This is my domain. Same thing in your classroom. And we ask that, of course, that if you do have something on your desktop, that you ask the custodial staff to wipe it down if you're not, or the students are not, because we need to make sure that we're keeping our areas clean. Again, if the custodians need to be in your rooms cleaning and they're not, then let me know and we'll certainly address that. But certainly cleanliness is critically important. And if you're sitting at your desk and students are writing all sorts of things on your desktops, that really plays into classroom management and anticipated norms that what's expected. So we would ask that, again, that you address that with your students. And if it's not going on, then fantastic. And let's not start it. If it is going on, let's clean it up, literally and figuratively. And again, cell phones. Let's not allow students to charge cell phones in your class. I've seen some of that going on, and at the end of the day, folks, we have Chromebooks. If your students need to utilize technology in that capacity, we certainly want you to get with Ms. Blair and check out Chromebook cards. But being on the phone just for no good reason, there is no such thing as downtime. There is no such thing as free time. The expectation is bell-to-bell instruction and formative assessment. Is a key part of that. So if you have any questions regarding that, please do not hesitate to get with the administration and we can clear that up for you. Also, supervise your students to and from lunch. You should have a schedule that certainly that you are following and making sure that students are not leaving the cafeteria without your permission to use the restroom, and that we have designated times to or from the cafeteria for students to use the restroom. Folks, that being said, we ask that you do, again, allow students to leave if they need to use the restroom while in your class, but they do need to have a pass. Folks, I know I threw a lot at you. Again, we're going to have a very productive week, and it's going to take everyone, again, pulling together in an effort to make sure that we have the best, again, finish to this 9 weeks as we are about halfway through. And making sure that, again, that our students, we're preparing them for their future endeavors. That being said, here at Vincent Valley, as we will always continue to do, we're going to promote achievement, respect, and success. Please have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you.